Have you ever wondered about the mysterious figure known as the Antichrist? Seen in movies, discussed in debates, and depicted in countless stories, this figure captures imaginations and stirs controversy. But where did this concept originate, and what does it really mean across different cultures? Today, we're diving deep into the tales and teachings of the Antichrist, exploring not just the Islamic perspective with the figure of Dajjal, but comparing it with Christian views and beyond. Whether you're familiar with these stories or hearing about them for the first time, prepare to uncover a fascinating blend of history, religion, and cultural interpretations that continue to influence our world. Stay tuned as we unravel the full story of the Antichrist. What do you think we'll discover? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we embark on this educational journey. In today's discussion, we start by uncovering the roots of the term Antichrist. A combination of Greek words anti, meaning against or opposite, and Christos, meaning anointed, the term has historical layers that hint at deep-seated fears and confrontations in religious texts. But what does Antichrist really signify in Islamic eschatology? Let's delve into the world of Islamic teachings where the Antichrist is more commonly referred to as Dajjal, a figure rich in narrative and significance. According to hadiths, Dajjal is portrayed as a deceitful enemy who will appear before the day of judgment, leading people astray with miraculous powers and challenging truths. The concept of Dajjal is not just a warning, but a complex symbol of trial and moral testing in Islamic tradition. He is said to travel the world, spreading corruption and testing the faithful, with only the true believers being able to resist his influence. This portrayal aligns closely with the idea of a grand deceiver seen in many religions but with unique characteristics in each. As we explore these narratives, it's crucial to understand the elements of fear, morality, and faith that these figures embody. The teachings are not merely about the end times, but serve as a moral compass for the faithful, encouraging vigilance and spiritual resilience. As we dive deeper into Islamic eschatology, the figure of Dajjal takes on a more pronounced role. Described in the hadiths, statements, and actions of the Prophet Muhammad, Dajjal is not just a symbol of deception, but represents a profound test of faith. Dajjal is said to appear in times of turmoil, equipped with the power to perform miracles and lead the unwary astray. His arrival is predicted as part of the major signs of Qiyamah, the Day of Judgment. This figure is so significant that the Prophet Muhammad regularly sought refuge from his fitna, or turmoil, in his prayers, highlighting the deep concern over Dajjal's impact on humanity. Islamic teachings describe Dajjal as one-eyed, with his right eye blind and his left eye described as floating like a grape. These physical descriptions not only serve to identify him, but also symbolize his flawed perception of reality, where spiritual insight is absent. He is said to traverse the earth rapidly, entering every city, town, and village to test each individual's faith except for Mecca and Medina, which are protected by angels. Amidst his journey, Dajjal will claim divinity, performing feats that mimic miracles, bringing the rain, causing the earth to grow vegetation, and even resurrecting the dead. However, these are all deceptions meant to lead people away from the truth. The ultimate challenge he presents is to recognize the falsehood despite the seemingly miraculous nature of his acts. The Prophet Muhammad also taught that Isa, Jesus, will be the one to confront and defeat Dajjal, further intertwining Islamic and Christian eschatology. This confrontation is not just a physical battle, but represents the triumph of true faith and divine justice over deceit and misguidance. Turning our focus to Christian theology, the Antichrist is a figure shrouded in mystery and often associated with end-times prophecy. In Christianity, the Antichrist is typically seen as a false messiah who opposes Christ and misleads the faithful during the period known as the Tribulation. Scriptural references to the Antichrist appear in various books of the New Testament, including the letters of John and the book of Revelation. Unlike the Islamic Dajjal, who is a singular, identifiable character, the Christian Antichrist is often interpreted as a symbolic representation of any force or person that denies Christ and his teachings. John's epistles define the Antichrist not just as one individual, but as anyone who denies the Father and the Son. This broader definition expands the concept to include various deceptive forces throughout history. Meanwhile, the book of Revelation describes a beast from the sea empowered by a dragon, which is interpreted by many scholars as the Antichrist. This beast wields political power and authority, leading nations astray and waging war against the saints. The term Antichrist, thus serves as a pivotal warning against deception and apostasy in Christian eschatology. It underscores the battle between divine truth and the misleading allure of worldly power. The emphasis is on spiritual vigilance and the importance of remaining steadfast in one's faith in the face of pervasive deception. The narrative of the Antichrist in Christian texts complements the Islamic Dajjal by highlighting universal themes of moral testing and the confrontation between truth and falsehood, albeit with different eschatological outcomes and protagonists. In exploring the concept of the Antichrist, it's fascinating to see how similar figures appear across various other cultures and religions, each adding unique flavors to the archetype of the deceptive end-times figure. In Judaism, for instance, there isn't a direct equivalent to the Antichrist. However, Jewish eschatology speaks of a false messiah known as Armilus, a figure who will mislead the world before being defeated by the Messiah. Like Dajjal, Armilus is associated with deceit and tests of faith, but his narrative focuses more on the restoration of Israel and the ultimate triumph of good. In Buddhist tradition, the figure of Mara represents deception and temptation. Mara is often seen as the personification of the obstacles to enlightenment, tempting Buddha as he sought to reach the state of nirvana. While not an end-times figure per se, Mara's role as a tempter and deceiver echoes the thematic elements seen in the stories of the Antichrist and Dajjal. Other mythologies and cultures have depicted similar eschatological figures, each embodying the struggle between good and evil, truth and deception. These stories reflect universal human concerns about morality, the cosmic order, and the tests of spiritual integrity faced by humanity. By examining these different interpretations, we gain a broader understanding of how the archetype of a deceptive figure transcends individual religious or cultural boundaries, highlighting a common narrative thread that resonates across human history. In the modern world, the figure of the Antichrist continues to captivate and provoke thought across various media and discussions. From films and books to theological debates, this archetype is reinvented and interpreted in ways that reflect contemporary fears and societal issues. Consider how the Antichrist is often portrayed in modern media as a charismatic leader, wielding influence through technology or politics. These portrayals tap into our collective anxieties about control and manipulation in a highly connected digital age. The idea resonates because it mirrors real-world concerns about who holds power, how it's used, and the potential consequences of such power being misused. Furthermore, the relevance of understanding the Antichrist or similar figures today lies in the lessons they offer about discernment and skepticism. In a world brimming with information and potential deception, learning to distinguish between truth and falsehood is more crucial than ever. These narratives encourage viewers to question and analyze the authenticity and intentions behind the information they receive. By engaging with these modern interpretations, we not only explore a rich tapestry of cultural expressions, but also arm ourselves with a deeper understanding of how to navigate our world, a world where truth often appears cloaked in layers of complexity. As we wrap up our exploration of the Antichrist through various cultural lenses, it's clear that this figure is not just a symbol of end-time prophecy, but a reflection of ongoing human concerns about morality, deception, and the ultimate battle between truth and falsehood. Today, we've traveled through time and across different belief systems, uncovering how the figure of the Antichrist or similar deceptive entities plays a role in our understanding of spiritual and worldly challenges. These stories, whether rooted in religion, mythology, or modern interpretations, encourage us to remain vigilant and discerning in our own lives. Thank you for joining me on this intriguing journey. If you found this discussion enlightening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. What are your thoughts on the Antichrist? Do you see any modern parallels in today's world? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below.